last Tuesday, I should say, you had a pretty interesting announcement about $250 million in VC funding. I guess that's a third round. So
yes.
There's a lot of companies at this conference who probably want to know, is there any VC money left for them?
Oh, I think so. I mean, we feel pretty fortunate to get it. I think in general what we found is there's still lots of VC money and private equity money, but it's chasing what they consider to be very high quality companies, and so they're getting a lot more selective. Profitability is a very strong driver of getting VC money right now. It didn't used to be, but at the present time it is. I think for the folks who don't have the luxury of being profitable and are cash flow negative, they're going to really have to tighten up their belts and tell a very strong story because the equity markets are getting tight. Again, we feel pretty fortunate to be able to raise that money.
Well, some of those companies also might be interested to know if you were going to be doing some acquisitions.
Well, we don't have much else to do with the money, so yes, we've been an acquisitive company. We've bought 10 companies in the last 3 years, and we do expect to continue that because there are wonderful entrepreneurs that have started businesses all over the world that are very similar to what we do in the vacation rental space. To the extent they exist and are available at reasonable prices, then we're still in the market. I think as a company, we feel very opportunistic right now in this, what is predicted to be a pretty bad economy. You can either kind of, hunker down and go to sleep for a couple of years, or you can say, this is the time to really be making, smart, aggressive decisions, because at some point we're going to get out of it, and if we can, pick up assets at a good price in the meantime, and when everything recovers, I think we'll be a much stronger company for it.
Any assets in particular, or types of assets you might want to tip your hand a little?
No, I mean, typically we have, we've stuck to our core. I mean, I think the success of HomeAway really has a lot to do with the fact that we've remained very vertical focused on the vacation rentals category. It's what we know and it's what we do best. And so, in general, we're looking to expand globally. We believe the travel market is a global market. It doesn't make sense to us to have a leading platform in a travel space, which is a accommodation product that only limits you to certain geographies. So we'd love to expand into South America, we'd love to expand into Asia, we're looking at Australia, we're only in parts of Europe, we're looking at Eastern Europe. We're really in a very small segment of the world right now, and so we're looking more or less in other places outside of the United States.
There's been quite a lot of interest in the vacation rental category over the past year in particular.
Yes.
Why do you think that is? What's $250 million notwithstanding, what's driving some of that?
Yeah, well, it's been a very highly fragmented industry historically, and no one company has really had a very strong voice in this business. So you don't hear a lot about that. So we've started to build a company that's starting to get to a scale where we can have a voice. RCI, which just presented, is building a company that has the scale to have a voice. And thanks to people like you guys at PhoCusWright, finally someone's waking up and paying attention. You guys just came out with a study that has generated a tremendous amount of interest just in the past few weeks. So we thank you guys for doing that. And I think what we all discovered through the process of doing this research is that it's a very big market, and it's much bigger than many people anticipated. I think the good news for us is that creates a lot of awareness for the category. Maybe the bad news for us is there are going to be a lot of people who are going to come on and try to develop new business models and chase it. But I think that's what creates innovation, and we'll keep this industry moving forward, delivering great products for consumers.